Hello, this is the second video of the chapter constructions. Now, if somebody of you wish to do the second method, which they have learnt in the videos, now this is the line of the given length which will be given, and second method for division of a line into in the given ratio. You will be making an acute angle here. Same acute angle you have to do at B also. Same acute angle. Why? Because you see, you should remember about the alternate angles. Now, suppose 3 is to 2 is the ratio given. You have to divide this arm. This is say AX and this is BY. You divide this into 3 arcs. 3 is to 2, no? So 3 arcs you have to draw here, and 2 arcs you have to draw here. Same radius with the same. So this was the second method what I am doing. Now what you do is, this is A1, A2, A3, and this is B1, B2. Now you have to join the end points, end arcs of both the lines. So A3 and B2 you have to join. A3 and B2 you have to join, okay, in the second method. Now what, let them intersect at C. So now AC will be 3 parts and BC will be 2 parts. I have just told you roughly, that's all, okay. This is the second method. Now next we shall go to constructions. I am just revising constructions of triangles. That too what? Construction of a similar triangle to a given triangle when a ratio is given, when the ratio of the corresponding sides of those two triangles is given, and one triangle they will give, we have to construct the other triangle. Now for this, to do these two constructions, you see, you have to remember some points. You can remember some points and do it accordingly. Now the given ratio they can give as 2/3 or 4/5 or 3/4. Now these, they are all proper fraction. You know that. Proper fractions, they'll be less than 1. They can give the ratio like this, where the numerator is less than the denominator. So in that case, the value will be those fractions, what ratio they have given, they'll be less than 1. Similarly, they can give just the opposite also. What is that? The ratios which are greater than 1. Okay, if the ratio is like this, 2/3 or 4/5 or 3/4, first of all what they do is, in the sum they'll give the measurements of a triangle. They'll give the measurements of the triangle. You have to draw accordingly with those measurements. Those measurements can be 2 sides, one angle, or 3 sides also they may give, or they may give a right angle triangles measurements, or they may give isosceles triangle measurements and an altitude, something. All such type of sums are there in your exercise book, in your exercise also, textbook exercise. Now 2/3, 4/5, 3/4, when such a ratio is given, it is a first you find out whether it is less than 1. How to see it? If it is proper fraction, how to see that? The numerator should be smaller than the denominator. Now suppose the given triangle is, you are going to get the triangle after you draw, if you get the triangle like this, ABC. It is the triangle according to which you have drawn. The measurements were given there in the problem. After, what you should do, after constructing the triangle, say the ratio is given 2/3. Okay? So what you should do is, after constructing the triangle like this, the greater of these two numbers, the greater, which is greater, you should find. So 3 is greater there. So what you do is, you have to make an angle, acute angle, just like the first construction. So this is acute angle. There you have to divide the arm of this acute angle with the greater number of this one here, greater number 3. 3 means 3 arcs you have to do here. It is not like division of the straight line. There you have to add. You used to add there. 3:2 means 3 plus 2, 5 parts you used to add, and 5 arcs you drew there in the first construction. But here it's not like that. Now the greater of the two numbers, so that is 3. So 3 arcs you have to do here. So this is B1, B2, B3. Now the denominator, what's the number? 3 is there, no? So always the denominator number, the arc, how many arcs? 3. Denominator number, you should remember that. That one you have to join to the end point of your BC, of your base. So you have to join here. Then 2:3. Now always the denominator number should be joined to the end of the given line. This base I'm telling. That point you have to remember. And how many arcs you have to draw on this arm of the angle? Always the greater of these two. Greater of the two. Which one you should join? The denominator number. See, these are all simple points what you have to remember. Okay, after that, at 2, B2, you have to draw a parallel line to this. To this line you have to draw a parallel line. Now that you have learnt now in the first construction. What you should do? With B3 as center, you have to draw an arc like this. Now at B2, 2 because 2:3. So B2, B3. That way you can remember it. So at B2 also you draw an arc of the same radius. What you have drawn here, don't change the radius. You have to draw the arc there. Now say this is x, this is y. Now you join xy, or you take the radius xy. How to do with the compass? Just keep your compass like this here and then keep it here. The pencil point you keep here. You'll get the radius of the radius. You'll take the length of xy. So that you have to keep, and here you have cut and draw. You have drawn an arc here. So there you cut there also the same measurement xy. So cut it. So this is y, say this is x. Now you join B2 and pass through y there and extend it to meet BC at C dash. So that is C dash. Now what you do? At C dash you have to draw a parallel line to AC. So same thing, what you should do? Again here same arc. Same means any radius you take and draw an arc here. Same radius you draw at C dash also one arc. Then how much is the length of this xy? That much you have to take the radius and cut it here, keep it here and cut it here. And then join C dash and that line and extend it to here like this. So this will be parallel to AC. This was parallel to AC in your all videos. So now this is A dash, sorry, this will be A dash, this is your C dash. So the triangle, the required triangle, you have finished the construction. The required triangle is A dash, B, C dash. Triangle A dash, B, C dash is the required triangle. Its ratios, its sides ratio along with ABC, it will be 2/3. 2/3. And now since this was less than 1, you should remember like this. You will get this triangle, this similar triangle for that inside the triangle ABC. You will get inside. See, A dash, B, C dash. It is smaller than ABC triangle. So this is the way how to get it. Okay. So here is it's over, and how to justify again, it is Thales theorem only. So anyway, I have drawn a rough figure, you know that. So but I am telling you that it will be parallel to this. So this is the way how to draw it. Okay. So next is I'll take now when the ratio is bigger than 1. So I am going to clean this now. So I have just revised, that's all. Because you have learnt in so many constructions videos, everything is quite clear there, but even then it is my duty to just to do once here also. Now see, this is all, the ratios were all less than 1. Now if it is greater than 1, what we should do? Now 5 by 2, 5 by 2, 4 by 3. Then you can take 7 by 4. See, these ratios what they have given is the numerator is bigger than the denominator. In all these three, numerator is bigger than denominator. So they will always be greater than 1. They will be greater than 1. Their value will be greater than 1. Now in this case, again just like the other construction, they will give you a triangle with some measurements. So with those measurements, you have to construct the triangle. Now say I have constructed the triangle here. So let me see now. One triangle roughly I will draw. Any triangle I can draw. Now here like this. So this is our ABC. Now the ratio is given, say 5 by 2. Let us take it 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 means according to your measurements you have drawn the triangle, think like that. Then at B to the base, see base is BC there. So at B you have to make an acute angle as usual like the last construction, same acute angle. Afterwards what you should do, take the greater of the two, I said. Even in that I had told you, greater of the two, numerator and denominator, which is the greater number, that number of arcs you have to draw. 5, it's here 5. So 5 arcs you have to draw here. 5 arcs. After drawing 5 arcs here, now what you should do is, again one point I had told you there, same point here. Denominator, the denominator, what is the number there in the denominator? 2. So that B1, B2, B3, of course you'll write all this, B4, B5, okay? B2, 2 means B2, 5 means B5. But denominator number you have to join to C. The end point of the base, that C has to be joined to the denominator number. So B2 should be joined to C. So in the other construction also we had done the same, the smaller number, the denominator number we join to C. So after drawing these arcs like this and you have joined B2 to C now what you should do is, you have to extend this BC, this line you have to extend, and for this line you have to draw at B5 a parallel line. Little opposite it is, like the how the second construction was, little change, that's all. Now what you will do is you will draw an arc here. Same arc you have to draw here. This is all for what? To draw a parallel line. Then XY you think here, then join that XY, or need not, I told you. Take the radius XY, take that length of XY as radius and cut it here. You may cut here. So this is XY. Now you join this B5 and pass it through like this and draw the line like this. It will be parallel. I am just explaining with the rough figure I had told you right before only. So this is the parallel line, and take this as C dash. C is here. Now here you should name it as C dash. Now what you do is, now this was parallel to this, no? Okay. Now what you should do is, for this line you have to draw parallel through C dash. So again same procedure you have to follow. You have to draw an arc here, then draw the same arc here also, then take this distance XY and cut it here. Okay, cut it here, and or it may cut here now. Now what you do is, you join this and produce it like this. Sorry, huh? Then produce this line also here. Yeah, so that they meet at A dash. So this is parallel to this. Now what has happened? The given triangle is here in this figure A dash B C dash. This is the triangle which we got here now. When the ratio value is greater than 1, you will get the triangle outside the triangle ABC. The given triangle was ABC, and this A dash B C dash triangle C you see here, it is outside. It has come outside. It is bigger than the original triangle. Understand? So this is the way how to do it. So 2 points you have to remember here. Whenever the ratio is given, you should see whether it is less than 1 or greater than 1. Okay. If it is greater or lesser or whatever it is, you have to draw the number of arcs there on the arm of the angle, no? Acute angle. So what you should do, the greater of the two you should take. That is 1 point. Then afterwards what you should do, always the denominator number you should see. In both you should see the denominator number. Now here it is denominator number is 2, no? So you have to join that 2 to the end of that line BC. I told you. You have to remember that. So when you join it now to here to C, then B to C. For that line you have to draw a parallel at B5. So at B5 when you draw a parallel line, you know the parallel line to draw the how to draw. You know the method now. So at it will let it cut at C dash. Then at C dash you draw a parallel line to AC. So you will draw according to the method. So it will cut the produced BA at A dash. Now join A dash and C dash. Okay. So A dash. Now the required triangle is A dash B C dash. Now what has happened? It is outside the triangle ABC. So this is the way to construct. That's all. Okay. Children, I hope you have I have just revised. I told you number of times. Okay.